I want to do a quick discussion. How can we actually convert a number from ratio to dB or dBm and vice versa, which means that we convert them from dB or dBm back to ratio again. So let's quickly understand how can we actually convert from ratio to dBW, which is also dB. Okay, so this is actually the equation to convert from ratio to dBW. You can see that the reference number is actually 1, 1. Next equation, okay, so basically this equation actually so-called is required to convert from dBW to ratio. So next, okay, on my next slides, I will discuss an example. How can we actually do this? The rest, okay, for dBm, they are actually quite similar. So from here, you can see that the reference is actually 1 milliwatt as compared to earlier on, which is 1 watt. So this is actually the equation to convert from ratio to dBm. And this equation here is to convert from dBm back to ratio. Let me give you an example. Okay, for example, I'm actually required to convert this 1 watt to dB and also 1 watt to dBm. How can I actually process? Okay, so basically this is actually for conversion, okay, from 1 watt, which is ratio, to dB. Okay, so this is the formula which I have mentioned earlier on. So what you need to do is basically the power is actually 1 watt. So basically I replace this power by 1 watt. And if you punch your calculator, you should be able to obtain 0 dB. As for dBm is slightly different. The 1 watt, I need to express them in terms of milliwatt. So therefore, 1000 milliwatt, which is equals to 1 watt. So again, when I punch my calculator, okay, it actually result in 30 dBm. So next, okay, I supposed to convert them back to ratio. So this example, I will convert them from 15 dB back to ratio. As for this example, I will convert 15 dBm back to ratio. So how can I actually do this? So basically, this is a very long process. Okay, so this is a process that I have discussed in a longer video. So guys, if you keen to know how we actually do all this kind of conversion, please see the long video for more discussion. But over here, let me quickly do a quick conclusion. So over here, you can see that what you need to do, as I mentioned earlier on, based on my previous slides. For example, the power, okay, in terms of dB, I need to put it over here. Okay, so for example, for this case here, which is 1.5, so basically this is 1.5, this whole thing is 1.5, so 10 to the power 1.5, okay, you can compute that they are actually equals to 31.6 watt here. So basically from here, you can convert them in terms of watt or milliwatt. Same for dBm. So basically with this, I hope you have understanding what is actually dB.